Hello everybody! Welcome back to some more Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we defeated Lieutenant Surge and got the Thunder Badge. Here we go, we've got 3 badges now. And in today's episode, we are going to be leaving, what's this town called again? Cerulean City, and be heading back up to Cerulean City. But why is there a scientist here? Oh, hello, Mythglad. How are you doing? It's me, one of Professor Oak's aides. Did you meet the other aide? He had a package from Professor Oak for you, Mythglad. He said he'd look for you around Route 2, Mythglad. If you're in the Route 2 area, please look for him. Oh. Well, it looks like we're not heading to Cerulean City. We're heading back to Route 2. And there is a convenient shortcut to do so. But first, let's talk to this old man here. I'm putting up a building area on this plot of land. I own it all. My Pokemon is tapping the land to lay the foundation. It's Machop. Wow, wow. Machop is stopping the land flat. There's a sign up here to read. Vermilion City, the port of exquisite sunsets. Well, if we were to head back up to Cerulean City, we'd head up back this way. But since we're heading to Route 2, we gotta head over this way to a route we saw in the last episode, right over here, Route 11, and head through Diglett's Tunnel, or Diglett's Cave. Diglett's Cave, that's what it's called. So we're gonna be heading through here, where there's an old man. Well, isn't this a surprise? Diglett dug this long tunnel. It goes right to Viridian City, they tell me. And it's very convenient that it goes to Viridian City, because that is right next to where Route 2 is. But there's gonna be a lot of Pokemon encounters, with a lot of Digletts. Seeing as it's called Diglett's Tunnel, or Diglett's Cave, I already forgot the name. I think it was Diglett's Cave. But it doesn't matter, let's throw a Pokeball, just a wild Pokeball, because I'm worried if Kadabras tried to attack the Diglett, he's just gonna kill it, because Kadabra is insanely strong. It seemed the throw the Pokeball and pray strategy worked, because we caught the Diglett. There you go, Diglett's data has been added to the Pokedex. Diglett, number 50, the mole Pokemon. It is 8 inches tall, and it's 1.8 pounds. It burrows through the ground at a shallow depth. It leaves raised earth in its wake, making it easy to spot. Very cool. He's going to be sent to Bill's PC in Box 1. But we just got to head up here. I'm pretty sure Diglett's the only Pokemon you can find in here, so there's really not anything too special. After all, it is called Diglett's Cave. But I guess this would be a good area to train up some of my Pokemon. Maybe not Kadabra, as Kadabra's already very powerful. But somebody who's a little bit weaker, like Mankey. So let's switch Kadabra out, because as I said, he's already very strong. Or actually, let's switch in Spearow, because Spearow is really weak at the moment. But he's a flying type, and flying is immune to ground. So I won't have to worry about getting hit by the Digletts. This one's level 22. Gosh, that's high level. Spearow's really under-leveled. Let's use Peck. Magnitude 7. Doesn't matter, I'm a flying type. Thank goodness. So let's just do damage. Uh-oh, it's got not ground type move. I wasn't accounting for this. I was just planning it would only have ground type moves. That's not good. Alright, Spearow, please get lucky with your Fury attack. If it gets oh no, Spearow's dead. The critical hit killed Spearow. Goodbye, Spearow. I guess we'll have to send somebody else in instead. Let's send in Mankey, I suppose. He's our next weakest. And, you know what? If the Diglett got lucky with its Fury Swipes, let's use our own Fury Swipe. Let's see how lucky we get. Very lucky. We got 4 hits, which was enough to take out the Diglett. Very good for us. We get 254 experience points for Mankey. It seems sending Spearow out did not work too well. So let's just go with our second plan, our second flying type, and have Pidgeotto out. Maybe that'll work better. Okay, another Diglett. And let's just go for Gusts, I suppose. It is going to be lowering our attack, which is very unfortunate because Pidgeotto is a physical attacker. Not really too much we can do about it, I suppose. It's going to use Magnitude. It's a very weak Magnitude 5. Doesn't matter. Pidgeotto's a flying type. He's not going to get hit by the Magnitude, because it's a ground type move. And let's just go for a Tackle. It's going to use another Magnitude 7. Pretty decent. Doesn't matter. And I missed Tackle. I should have just stuck to Gust. Gust can't miss. Why did I switch to Tackle? I don't know what I'm doing. Gust has 100% accuracy. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Diglett's taken out. So 219 experience for Pidgeotto. Alright, another Pokemon. It's another Diglett. Pretty common. Let's just run away. Oh, I can't run away. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm not going to be running away. This Diglett must have the Arena Trap ability. Oh, never mind. I guess it doesn't have the Arena Trap ability because I managed to run away. Very lucky. But this cave goes on for a very long time. Here we go. We're out. We're out of Diglett's cave. I went inside Rock Tunnel, but it's pitch black and scary in there. If I could get a Pokemon to use Flash and light it up, that'd be very convenient. Obviously, it's still possible to make it through Rock Tunnel, but it's much harder. So now, we are back at Cerulean City. So now we can cut down this tree and find out that we're actually not back at Cerulean City, we're at Pewter City. Wrong city. Alright, let's just cut this tree down again, because I don't want it to go all the way through Viridian Forest. That's a very long place. And we can look what's around here, I suppose. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Where's the aide who is looking for us? Maybe he's in this little building here. He is in this building. A fainted Pokemon just has no energy left to battle. It can still use moves like Cut outside of battle. Oh. Was that all he really had to tell me? I'm looking for the Pokemon Abra. Want to trade one for my Mr. Mime? I don't have an Abra, unfortunately. It evolved into a Kadabra. Sorry, man. Well, that's another spot I'll have to remember. Come to this house to trade an Abra for a Mr. Mime, and go to the other house to trade a Spearow for a Farfetch'd in Vermilion City. So that's two things I should probably write down on my notepad for later. But where am I supposed to go? Ooh, there's some people here. Once a Pokemon learns Flash, you can get through Rock Tunnel. You can still get through Rock Tunnel without Flash. It's just really tedious and annoying unless you have, like, a walkthrough guide with a picture of unflashed Rock Tunnel, or you just have memorized it somehow. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's aides. Am I supposed to be the one to talk to you? Your Pokedex has complete data on 10 species. I'm supposed to give you a reward. Well, it does. It has 21, I think. Professor Oak entrusted me with HM5 for you. So, Mythglad, let me ask you, have you gathered data on at least 10 kinds of Pokemon? I have indeed. Great, you've caught our own 21 kinds. Congratulations, here you go. We got TM or HM5 from the aid. HM5 contains the hidden move Flash, very convenient. Flash lights up even the darkest of caves and dungeons. Very, very good. That's very helpful for getting through a rock tunnel. But there's a Pokeball here, an Ether. Not the most helpful item, but it might come in handy one day. Oh, another item. A Paralyze Heal. That is very handy. And where else does this lead? This just leads back to Viridian City, I believe. Let me just double check that information. It does. We're now back at Viridian City. Unfortunately, the gym here, I presume, is still closed, and I can't squeeze in through there somehow. The old man must be fatter than he looks. But yeah, the doors are still locked. So, I have to get back to Cerulean City now that I have the access to Flash. And it'd only be a really long travel, but fortunately, Kadabra here has teleport. So I can return back to Vermilion City just by teleporting without having to go through all the way through Diglett's cave. Here I am, I'm back in Vermilion City. That is basically the only use for having teleport. But it is very handy. Eventually, once we get the ability to fly around, that becomes basically useless. But for now, that is a very, very useful ability. And you might think that we'd be heading to Cerulean City now, but we're actually not. Because there's still one last thing here to explore in Vermilion City before we leave. We've gone through Diglett's cave, but there is still another section right over here on Route 11, next to Diglett's cave, that we've not explored. So we're gonna be doing that. And let's put Kadabra up at the front. Sorry, Spearow, you're just kind of too weak at this point. Now let's battle this trainer. Let's go, but don't cheat. Don't worry, I'll not be cheating. I'll be using very fair tactics that just feel like cheating, but they aren't cheating. We're going against youngster Eddie, and he's got an Ekans. I'm so sorry for you. I'm sending out my super powerful Kadabra, who is super effective on Ekans. Sure, you've got your Intimidate ability, but that doesn't matter. I'm a special attacker. I'm just gonna one-shot you. Goodbye, Ekans. I'm so sorry, my friend, but you didn't stand a chance. And that was his only Pokemon, so we just win the battle. And Kadabra's leveled up. He's reached level 23, and he's trying to learn Reflect. That's a pretty good move. What Reflect does is it makes it so that for the next 5 turns, you will take half damage from all physical attacks. It doesn't impact just Kadabra, though. Even if you switch Kadabra out, it'll still be there. It'll still impact, like, your other Pokemon. It's a very good ability. I don't really need secret power anymore, even though it's very strong. It's a physical attack, and Kadabra is a horrible physical attacker. The only reason I gave him secret power was so that he would be able to actually attack people. So I'm just going to get rid of secret power. We don't need it anymore. Reflect will be much more useful. Goodbye. We forgot secret power, and we've learned Reflect. And we've defeated Youngster Eddie. Huh? That's not right. We got 336 Pokédollars for winning. I did my best. I have no regrets. That is a great mindset to have. So here's a Spearow. Actually, this is actually really good. This is actually really good. I don't want to kill the Spearow, though. Kadabra is too strong. Let me just throw a Pokeball at the Spearow, because we need to trade this Spearow here for a Farfetch'd with a person at Vermilion City. So this is very helpful. Let me just do this. Come on, catch. Stay in the ball. Ah, so close. This is the only time I'd ever use Secret Power, to weaken wild Pokemon. This is the only time I would ever need it for Kadabra, because it's so weak it wouldn't kill the Spearow. I just gotta hope that I get lucky. Come on, stay in the ball, stay in the ball. Yes, there we go. Okay, we caught a Spearow. This is the second Spearow that we have, so now we've got 2 Spearows. It's gonna be sent to the box, but now we can trade that Spearow for a Farfetch'd, which is very good. Ooh! New Pokemon alert, it's a Drowsy. And I again don't want to hit it because Kadabra is too strong. I should probably switch Kadabra out for somebody weaker, like Spearow, so I can catch Pokemon. So for now, we're just going to be throwing Pokeballs and hoping that it catches. That was really close. Alright, you know what? Let's try our Great Ball. The only Great Ball that we have. So let's hope it catches the Drowsy. Oh my goodness, the Great Ball did worse than the Pokeball. What are the chances of that? Alright, you know, just back to throwing plain old Pokeballs, I suppose. I can't hurt the Drowsy, it's gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. So I just gotta hope that the Drowsy will be nice to me and catch. Would you look at that? I was able to catch the Drowsy with the Pokeball, but not with the Great Ball. Funny how that works. But anyways, Drowsy's data has been added to the Pokedex. Number 96, Drowsy, the Hypnosis Pokemon. It's 3 feet, 3 inches, and it's 71.4 pounds. A descendant of the legendary animal, Baku, which is said to eat dreams. It is skilled at hypnotism. Don't fall asleep next to a Drowsy, that would not be good. But there we go. We've now caught Drowsy, and it's been placed in Box 1. It'll never be used again, never seen again, because Kadabra's just a better version of Drowsy. So let's switch in our Spearow, so that we can weaken wild Pokemon, and not have to worry about Kadabra insta-killing them. It's another Spearow. Spearow versus Spearow. This isn't really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some new Pokemon. Oh, I can't run away. Please don't die, Spearow. Spearow, please don't die. Thank you. Alright, anybody new in here? No, maybe the only 2 Pokemon here were Spearow and Drowsy. Maybe there's nobody else new here. Well, anyways, let's just get some experience points for Spearow then. Oh, Spearow's confused. Poor Spearow. Come on, hit through confusion, hit through confusion. Nope. And Spearow killed himself. Let's switch in Pidgeotto, I suppose. Can you please take out the Drowsy? You're 8 levels higher than it. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Drowsy's taken out. And I'm just gonna switch Kadabra back in to totally nope, do not teleport. I'm gonna switch Kadabra back in to totally annihilate the trainers here. Get back here, I wanna battle you. There we go. I raised my Pokemon carefully. They should be ready by now. Oh no, they're not. Kadabra's gonna wipe the floor with them. Youngster Dave. And it's a Nidoran male, level 18, poison type. Kadabra is super effective against poison types. Say goodbye to your Nidoran, buddy. He's not living much longer. Bye-bye. Kadabra is such a beast. You just gotta get over the little hurdle of him being really annoying at the beginning when it's an Abra, and then you just have a total beast. It's just one-shot everything. A Nidorino, it's the evolution of Nidoran male. Not gonna matter. Bye-bye, Nidorino. You're dead. And there we go. We won without taking a scratch of damage. And we defeated Youngster Dave. Bye-bye. Thank you. And goodbye. I guess he got so destroyed he doesn't even want to say anything else. Shh. I better go find some stronger ones. Get yourself a Kadabra. Kadabra is very strong. Ooh, there are new Pokemon here. I'm just unlucky. It's an Ekans. And of course I don't have Spearow anymore. So you know what? Back to the tried old true strategy of hucking Pokeballs and hoping that they catch. Come on, Ekans. Get in the ball and stay in the ball. I can't weaken you because Kadabra will one-shot you. Maybe I should switch. Uh-oh, Bite. Oh, I should very much switch somebody else then. Okay. Let's switch in. Pikachu can do it. Pikachu won't die. Pikachu won't kill the Ekans, right, Pikachu? You might get poisoned, though. That's not a good thing. Okay, you didn't get poisoned, because Pikachu's a great friend of mine. Thank you, Pikachu. Well, now he got poisoned. That's too bad. Alright, another Thunder Shock. Weaken the Ekans a bit more. Don't take it out, though. Okay, the Ekans is weak. Now we throw the Pokeball at it. Alright, throw the Pokeball. And the Ekans should catch now, I hope. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Gotcha! Ekans was caught. So now we have Ekans data being added to the Pokédex. Ekans, the snake Pokemon. For those of you that don't know, Ekans is snake spelled backwards. If you take a look, E-K-A-N-S, S-N-A-K-E. It's just spelled backwards. Very funny. Its evolution, Arbok, is Cobra spelled backwards. Except Arbok is spelled with a K instead of a C. So it would be Cobra, but spelled with a K, because Arbok is spelled A-R-B-O-K. Well, Cobra, pretending that it would be spelled in the same way that Ekans would be K-O-B-R-A, which is a little bit weird. But just pretend that Cobra has a K and not a C. But it doesn't matter. Ekans, being the snake Pokemon, it's measured from head to tail instead of from its height. So it's considered 6 foot 7 inches, very tall, 15.2 pounds. A very common sight in grasslands, etc. It flicks its tongue in and out to sense danger in its surroundings. Being that it's a snake, that makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, we're not going to be using Ekans in this playthrough. Sorry. But let's go against this trainer here. Watch out for live wires. Live wires? We're in the nature. What do you mean? There should be no wires in nature. We're going against Engineer Bernie. What wires have you set up? Anyways, we're going against a Magnemite, who's a Steel type, so he might not actually be able to one-shot the Magnemite, because Steel resists Psychic. Very close to a one-shot, even with the resist. But we confused Magnemite, so maybe he'll just kill himself. That'd be nice. Nope. And now I'm confused. Just two confused pals, I suppose. Who will hit through their confusion? Who will not hit through their confusion? Well, Kadabra did not hit through his confusion. Will the Magnemite hit through his confusion? No, he will not. We both just hurt ourselves. Isn't that funny? There we go, Kadabra. Kadabra managed to make it through this time. And that's Magnemite taken out. So Kadabra's almost at level 24 now. Very exciting. He's got another Magnemite. And Kadabra snapped out of the confusion. Thank you very much, Kadabra. And the Magnemite is confused again! It's hilarious. Will the Magnemite hit through the confusion? No, it will not. It will not this time. Alright, we'll use another Psy Beam. He's only got one Pokemon left. Is it another Magnemite? Level 24 for Kadabra. That's very good. It's a Magneton, the evolution of Magnemite. It might actually be really strong. I hope it doesn't kill Kadabra. It doesn't even do half health damage. Uh-oh, Tackle, it's a physical move. Kadabra's weak to physical attacks. Nearly took out the Magneton. One more Psy Beam. Fortunately, Kadabra seems to be pretty bulky, even though Kadabra is not supposed to be bulky, which is kind of funny. But there we go. That's the Magneton taken down. Maybe he's really bulky because he's like so many levels higher. But there we go. We defeated Engineer Bernie. Whoa, you Spark Plug. You got 864 Pokédollars for winning. Well, better get back to work. I don't see what work there's to do out here. There are no wires or walls or anything. We're just in the middle of the forest. Well, not really a forest, but we're in nature. Where are my potions? Here they are. There we go. And do I have anything to restore Pikachu's poisoning? Let me check. Do I have any antidotes? No, I don't. Do I have, like, a berry that'll help? No. Alright, I guess Pikachu will just die. Sorry, buddy. Let's go get this old man. Competition! I can't get enough! Okay. Yeah, I guess he wants to competition. We're going against Gamer Jasper. He's a gamer? He's a pretty old gamer. He's got a Bellsprout. Ooh, that's a bad decision. That's a poison type. He's gonna die. Goodbye, Bellsprout. This is why I wanted to get a Kadabra on my team so badly. It's so strong. Even if I won't be able to get it to evolve to an Alakazam, because it's got an annoying trait evolution, Kadabra itself is still really powerful. There we go. Bye-bye, Oddish. And we won. I had a chance. No, you did not. You didn't even have a chance. You didn't do any damage to us. You can't be a coward in the world of Pokemon. An X defense. I was hoping it would be an antidote, but no. Let's go against you. Careful, I'm laying down some cables. Why are there so many electricians out in nature? I don't understand. We're going against Engineer Braxton. I guess he's not an electrician, but he's setting down wires and cables, so he's basically an electrician. And they only seem to have Magnemites for some reason. No Voltorbs, no Pikachus, just Pokemon that resist Kadabra. But for some reason, Kadabra keeps finding a way to confuse the Magnemites every time. It's actually amazing how consistently he can do that. And then we can just take out the Magnemite. Goodbye, Magnemite. Alright, and Kadabra's reached level 25 now. He might be my new highest level Pokemon. He's just so strong. Ooh, Kadabra's trying to learn a new move, Recover. This is a difficult decision. Is Recover worth getting? Basically, when we use Recover, we heal half of our maximum health. I don't know if that's better than Reflect or not. I don't think it is, because I can just use a potion instead of using the move Recover. I don't think Recover's that helpful. So I'm just gonna not learn it. Sorry, Recover. I can always go to like a move reminder and like relearn it later if I ever change my mind. But there we go. Engineer Braxton defeated. That was electric! We got 1,008 Pokédollars for winning. Spread the word to save energy. Sure. So yeah, Ivysaur and Kadabra are now the same level. Kadabra's caught up. That's crazy. Alright, so who is in this grass? There's another Ekans. I don't need to catch an Ekans because I already have one. But let's just get the free experience points, I suppose. Goodbye, Ekans. Seems that Ekans, Drowsy, and Spearow are the only 3 Pokemon that spawn here. So I guess I've got them all. I've never won before. Well, maybe you'll win this time. No, he won't. I've got a Kadabra. He's not winning. We're going against Gamer Darien. It's another gamer. Ooh, he's got Growlithe, though. That's a fun Pokemon. That's actually a Pokemon that I want to later add to my team, if I can find one. It has the ability Intimidate, lowering my attack. That doesn't matter. I'm a special attacker. You can lower my attack all I want. I wouldn't care. Goodbye, Growlithe. So who's his next Pokemon? A Vulpix, another fire type. It's a Pokemon Leaf Green exclusive, so I won't be able to get it unless I get it in a trade somehow. But it doesn't matter, because it is also dead. Goodbye, Vulpix. It wasn't even a Pokemon I was planning to use on my team anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But Gamer Darien defeated. I saw this coming. He gave us a lot of money, though. Very generous. I was unlucky, as always. If you're always unlucky, is it really being unlucky then, or is it just normal? That's a question to think about. But here's an Ekans. I'm just gonna run away, save myself some time. I'm more concerned with battling the trainers. Here we go. I'm the best in my class. I train every morning. Well, let's see how good your class is. Maybe you just have a really bad class compared to everyone else. We're against Youngster Yasu. And he's got Eradicate. No, I thought it said Eradicate, but my eyes were playing tricks on me. It's just a Rattata. Unfortunately, I'm running low on Psybeams. I only have 3 left. So I think I have to switch to Shockwave. Good thing I taught him this move last episode. It is a bit weaker than Psybeam, and there is no bonus from being the same type of move, but it doesn't matter, because it's still just as strong with Kadabra's insanely high special attack. He's got another Rattata? Doesn't matter. Goodbye, Rattata. Shockwave time. That's the Rattata taken out. And his last Pokemon? It's Eradicate. I think I'll use the Psybeam on this, because it's slightly stronger than the Rattatas. So once again, another trainer taken down without Kadabra taking any damage. And Kadabra's officially our new highest level Pokemon on the team, level 26, even higher than our starter. Darn, my Pokemon need to be stronger. Maybe just need more of them. There's a fat Pokemon that comes down from the mountains. I bet it'd be strong if you could catch it. Maybe. Let's go against this guy here. Waha, I've never lost. There's a guy down here who's never lost. There's a guy up there who have never won. Have these two people only battled each other? Maybe that's the case. But anyways, we're going against Gamer Dirk. And he's got a Voltorb. I'm gonna have to use Psybeam on him, because unfortunately he resists Shockwave. So it probably would not one-shot. Here we go, our second to last Psybeam being used on a Voltorb. What is your next Pokemon? It's a Magnemite. It doesn't matter which of my two moves I use, because either way the Magnemite's gonna resist the attack. So I'll just use the Shockwave to save my Psybeam PP. Sonic Boom. That's a pretty strong move. It does 20 damage no matter what. At this point in the game, it's very good. At the end of the game, it's a very bad move. But 20 damage is 20 damage. And there we go. That's the Magnemite taken out. So some more experience points for Kadabra. He's just getting super strong. And Gamer Dirk defeated. My first loss. We got 1,296 Pokédollars. You were just unlucky. You were just lucky, that's all. No, I don't think so. It's because I had Kadabra. We got a Great Ball. I guess that makes it for the Great Ball that I used and didn't catch earlier. Is there anything with this rock? It's very suspicious. There's an escape rope on the rock. That's cool. What's over here? Some guards. Can I talk to them? Don't you think it's hard to think up good names for Pokemon? Especially if you caught a whole bunch? In Lavender Town, there's a man who writes Pokemon nicknames. He can even help you rename your Pokemon, too. That's very cool, but I don't have any Pokemon with nicknames, so it doesn't really matter. What's up here? Another Professor Oak aide? Ah, Pikachu fainted, but I knew that would happen. Hi, remember me? I wanted Professor Oak's aides. Yes, I saw you earlier in the episode. If your Pokedex has completed data on 30 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. Professor Oak entrusted me with the item finder for you. So, Mythglad, let me ask you, have you gathered data on at least 30 kinds of Pokemon? I don't think so, but I'll say yes either way. Let's see. Uh-oh, you've caught only 23 kinds of Pokemon. You need 30 kinds if you want this item finder. So I'll have to come back once I get 30 kind of Pokemon here. I'm looking for the Pokemon Nidorino. Want to trade one for my Nidorina? I don't have one, sorry. Oh well. This is another place I gotta remember to come back. So many places to remember to go. Let's see what the binoculars have to show. To get to Lavender Town from Cerulean City, Rock Tunnel appears to be a good route to take. It is a good route. In fact, I think it's the only route that we're able to take at this point of the game. Let's talk to this other guy over here. If you're aiming to reach Lavender Town, take Rock Tunnel. You can also get to Rock Tunnel from Cerulean City. Good to know. Alright, so now we're on Route 12. But look at this. There's a fat Snorlax blocking the way. The Pokemon is sprawled out in a deep and comfortable slumber. So this is the end of our travel. We cannot go any farther there. So now, we gotta head back to Vermilion City, as there's nothing else we can really do in this area. We've done everything there is to do. Unless there's something down here. Oh, there's a trainer down here. Win, lose, or draw. Let's see what'll happen. It's a good thing I found this guy. Otherwise, I would have missed out on some fun battling and some good experience. But it's another gamer, Gamer Hugo. I don't know why all the gamers are really old. But he's got a Poliwag. That's a Pokemon that we haven't seen before. And it's weak to Shockwave. So this is very good for us. Goodbye, Poliwag. And it was a critical hit. We definitely didn't even need the critical hit, but just extra style points, I guess. Some more experience points for Kadabra. And his next Pokemon is a Horsey. Another Pokemon weak to Kadabra's Shockwave. Alright, goodbye, Horsey. So we got 319 experience for that, and we defeated Gamer Hugo. Gotcha! Don't get out of my way, or don't go to my way. I didn't actually see what he said. Pokemon is life, and to live is to play games. Very true, I am playing a video game right now, because I am indeed a gamer, just like he is. Although I appear to be a bit of a better gamer than he is. So now we just gotta head back up to Cerulean City, which really does not take that much time. What's over here? I never checked what's over here. Nothing, I suppose. But anyways, we just gotta head up here into this little cave, the underground path, and then we just head back up here. I've got some good experience with the underground path. I spent like a good 5-10 minutes running back and forth just to get Abra to a high enough level so that he'd be able to evolve. Here we are, we're back on Route 5. And we're also back at the breeding center. So I'm gonna see what level my Magikarp has gotten, or why do I keep calling it the breeding center? It's the daycare center. I don't know why I always call it the breeding center. But here we are, the daycare center. What level is my Magikarp? Your Magikarp has grown a lot. Yes, quite a lot, I'd say. Let me see. By level, it's grown by 9. Aren't I great? That's honestly not as much as I was hoping it would be. That means it's only level 14 now. So I'm gonna come back once that Magikarp reaches level 20. Which I don't know when that'll be. It'll probably be a long time, but when it does, it'll be able to evolve into Gyarados. But this tree looks like it can be cut down. Would I like to cut it? Yes, please. And here we go. We are now back at Cerulean City. And actually, while we're here, we might as well get ourselves a cool bike. Because we have our bike voucher. Oh, that's a bike voucher. Okay, here you go. We just got a bicycle. Thank you very much. Thank you. Come back again sometime. So now that we've got the bike, which is a very, very cool item, it's just a bicycle. A folding bicycle that allows faster movement than the running shoes. We can just use it, and look at how fast we go. It's even got its own special theme. Isn't this great? Anyways, let's head into the Pokemon Center. Unfortunately, just like running shoes, you can't ride your bike indoors. I guess we gotta have manners. But here we go, we're at the Pokemon Center. So let's heal up our Pokemon real quick. Just like that. And there we go. So we made quite a lot of progress in today's episode. We caught some new species of Pokemon. Got Kadabra, tried him out, and he was really broken. Actually, we got Kadabra in the last episode. We got to show off Kadabra's real good power in today's episode. And we also got to get the HM Flash, so in the next episode, we'll be able to make our way through Rock Tunnel. But anyways, this is where we're going to wrap it up for today's episode of Pokemon Fire Red. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.